Hey, what's up, misers? Recently, I was at my father's house and we were talking about coins, and he told me he had a couple coin albums that belonged to my brother, and he said he'd give them to me. Now, my brother was about 12 years younger than me, and we lost him unexpectedly in 2013. He mainly enjoyed collecting baseball cards. I think they're called Pogs, Magic cards, and those types of things. He did collect coins a little bit. He was just your average kid collector, so I didn't expect anything special in the albums, but I figured I'd take a look at them. That's what I did, and that's what this video is about. Please like and subscribe. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So here's the first album before I remove the pennies from it. You can see that it's pretty much full. We're missing a 1951, and then we just have the regular blank spaces over here. He's got a couple where he has the dates written in, and down the bottom you see he's got an Indian head cent, 1903. And here's the second album. Now these albums aren't in real good shape, especially this one here. I'm guessing these albums are about 20 years old. It doesn't look like we're missing anything out of this album at all. It's completely full. No Indian head cents in this one. So I'm going to pull the pennies out of each one of these albums, and I'm going to go through them, look for varieties and errors. If I find something, I'll get back with you all, and we'll talk about what we found. So here I've separated everything by year. I've got the 40s up top, then the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this book right here, strike it rich with pocket change, and I'm going to go through each year, look for varieties and errors. If you want this book, it's a really good resource to have. Take a look at my link in the description. If you click on that link, it'll take you right to this book, and you can buy it on Amazon. Inside it has a pretty good list of errors and varieties that you can find on a lot of different denominations, as well as price estimates. You shouldn't just use this book exclusively because there are errors and varieties that aren't listed in this book, but it is one valuable resource you should have in your coin collecting toolbox. So I finished with the first decade I was searching, 1970s, and I didn't find anything unusual. A lot of these coins have been cleaned and they're showing signs of cleaning. I'll show you some pictures. All right, I finished up with the 60s, and the 60s were a little bit better. Not much, just a very little bit. I found a 1962D with a die chip. I'll show it to you under the microscope in a second. You can see inside the 6, it looks like we've got a die chip there. And then also, if you look over here at Liberty, we've got the R filled in with a die chip. Other than that, I haven't found much of anything so far, but I'm hopeful. I'm going to keep looking. 1950s, check. I know you're all wondering, did I find the 1955 DDO? I did not. I guess you probably already knew that. Anyway, you can see in the middle where I've got the 51, 52, and 53, those are perfect examples why we should not clean our coins. Those are coins that have been cleaned, and you can just see how they've deteriorated through the years. And I'm finished with the 40s. Here they are here. We've got a decent looking 1943 from San Francisco. There are a couple other 43s underneath of there. As you may already know, in 1943, because of the war, Lincoln cents were made of steel rather than the copper. You can still find them for a relatively low price on eBay or at any coin dealer. And I did find a decent error. It's not worth very much. But this 1948 right here, you can't see it really well because of this camera. It has a lamination error that runs through Liberty. We'll take a look at it under the microscope. Okay, here's the 1948 Lincoln cent with the lamination error. And the lamination error is when the alloy gets contaminated and causes the metal to separate. In some of these lamination errors, the metal actually flakes off and can be replaced just like a jigsaw puzzle. But here you can see the lamination error. It starts at the top between the B and the E, extends up, and then comes over and down through the R. You can see a little piece has flaked off right there towards the middle of the screen underneath the E and the R. And then the flaking continues down almost to the portrait of Lincoln. lamination errors aren't as common as some of the other errors that we find when we're doing coin roll hunting, and it doesn't add a lot of value to the penny, but they're still really cool to find. And finally, we had a Lincoln Head penny in the album. Let me pull that up on the other camera. There's nothing special about this Indian Head penny other than the fact that we don't see them every day, and it was minted in 1903, well before all of us were born. So that's the end of checking all the pennies from my brother's coin collection. I've ordered 2 new albums, and when they come in, I'm going to put the coins back in the new albums, and I'm going to give one to each of my sisters. It was pretty cool to find that lamination error that he probably didn't even know that he had. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and have you ever inherited somebody's coin collection? And if so, what was the most interesting piece you found? I've got a penny coin roll hunt coming up and a quarter coin roll hunt coming up, and I hope to see you all on Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern for the live silver show, which is our live $50 coin roll hunt. Every week we have roll searches available, free giveaways, and it's fun just to hang out in the stream and get to know everybody else in the community. Thanks again for watching. Mint Miser. Out.